Welcome to Marcus and Pool in Cedar Falls, where tonight Cedar Falls ranks third-ranked Iowa City West in girls swimming action. I'm Jeff Engel, along with Melissa Waltz. Melissa, tonight's action brings a lot of the top swimmers in the state. We're going to see some good racing and some head-to-head competition tonight.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to be here with you.
All right, well, our first event tonight is the junior varsity heat of the 200-yard medley relay. Cedar Falls tonight will be in lanes 2, 4, and 6. Lane 1 is closest to the bottom of your screen. And in this event, Cedar Falls will be in lane 4 with a team of Avery Straw, Rachel GB, Madison Gonnerman, and Zoe Smith. All right, we got a nice clean start from starter Bruce Verink. And again, Cedar Falls lane 4, that'd be in the center of your screen, red suits with black caps. And it looks like Cedar Falls is off to a nice start here.
She's got a great tempo going.
All right, that is Avery Straw in the water right now doing the backstroke. She's going to hand off to Rachel Jebby here at the far end, who will take over the breaststroke leg. Looks like nice clean exchange.
Good clean start.
And that is Rachel Jebby right there. Good look at her coming down in the breaststroke leg. Her first length of 2. And what are we looking for here in the breaststroke, Melissa?
You're looking for a good finish on the kick, and she is doing an excellent job of that and keeping her whole body into every pull and every kick.
All right, looks like Iowa City West in lane 3 is kind of pulling out to a little bit of a lead here. But Cedar Falls is solid second right now. That's Rachel Jebby's going to hand off now to Madison Gonnerman, who's going to do the butterfly leg. There goes Madison. With a nice start to her butterfly leg. It's stretching out that lead now for the Tigers in lane 4.
Maddie's a racer. We'll see what she can do. Good turn there.
All right, very nice. Again, that's Madison Gonnerman. Bringing it home for the Tigers, going to hand off to the final leg here. There'll be the anchor leg will be Zoe Smith for the Tigers in lane 4. Again, red suit in lane 4. That's Zoe Smith. So what's going through her mind right now on this final 2 lengths as she's duking it out for second?
It is just racing at this point. She is down and back, and she's got a competitor right next to her. You just want to put your head down and kick all the way to that wall.
Well, here they come. Iowa City West is going to take first in lane 3. And it looks like Iowa City West is going to take second in lane 5. And the Tigers bring up a third place finish in this university heat of the 200-yard medley relay. So nice job by the Tigers there. As we enter the varsity heat now, the 200-yard medley relay. So Iowa City will be in lane 1. Cedar Falls will be in lane 2 with Sutton Paulson, Elise Considine, Grace Bobbledyke, and Lauren Selenick. Iowa City in lane 3, Cedar Falls in lane 4 with Katie Butler, Peyton Lehman, Kendall Malaro, and Cece Law. And in lane 6 for the Tigers will be the team of Ava Malaro, Casey Bruce, Carmen Bekovic, and Hillary Zhu. So the Tigers in lanes 2, 4, and 6. You will see them red suits, black caps. And again, a nice clean start. Boy, they're coming up even.
It's going to be a good race here.
So currently, Iowa City West is ranked 4th in the state in this event with their medley relay. The Tigers not that far behind, just 5 seconds behind in the 200-yard medley relay. We'll see how they loaded up these relays tonight. So the Tigers again in red suits looking really good in second and third right now, very solid. But that team for Iowa City West in lane 3 is going to be tough to catch.
They will. I believe they've loaded this one up.
All right, so right now in the water in lane 2 is Elise Considine, lane 4 Peyton Lehman, lane 6 Casey Bruce. The Tigers are pretty solid right now. Really tight race now for second. I think they've closed the gap on lane 3 just a little bit in this breaststroke leg.
And we have lane 1 and 2 going at it here.
It's going to be some good racing here coming in the final leg. So halfway point, now we're in the butterfly leg. In the water for the Tigers in lane 2, Grace Bobbledyke. Lane 4, Kendall Malaro. And in lane 6, Carmen Bekovic. Boy, that team in lane 3 looks really good for Iowa City West. That's Scarlett Martin handing off to Ella Hostetler for Iowa City West. But here come the Tigers in lane 4.
There we go. Kendall picked up some time there.
That is Kendall Malaro. Great butterfly leg handing off to CC Lau, who's going to bring it home for the Tigers. She's got to bring home that second place finish to get us off to a good start. It's really close out there in lanes 4 and 5. Nice solid turn. They're going to duke it out for the wall.
The crowd's bringing her home.
Capacity crowd here at Marcus and Pool tonight. And here they come into the final touch. And Iowa City West just barely sneaks in a first and second. The Tigers take a third. So the Tigers are going to take third, fourth, and fifth. In this event, Iowa City West will take first and second. So, boy, a really strong statement there by Iowa City West in this first event tonight.
It was. It was.
All right, this is going to lead us off now. Junior Varsity heated 200-yard freestyle. For the Tigers in lane 2 will be Nicole Lenz, lane 4 Annika Grunwald, and in lane 6 Mandy Warren. 200-yard freestyle, 8 lengths to the pool. It's kind of a middle, it's kind of a controlled sprint, kind of a middle distance event.
Controlled sprint is an excellent description for this race. You don't want to dive in and pace yourself. You still have to race, start to finish.
All right, so they're in the water now, and 3 competitors now, junior varsity heat for the Tigers. And let's talk about what the Cedar Falls coaching staff is looking for. You know, it's pretty late in the season here. They're looking at these university swimmers as they're closing out the end of the season here. And what types of things is the staff looking for in these Tigers tonight?
They're going to look for motivation. They're going to look for an edge. Who's out there racing? Who's out there competing? You know, you can't just sit back and let the race happen. You have to take control of it.
Well, right now in control of this race is Annika Grunwald. She's making a statement there in lane 4 with about a shoulder length lead on lane 5's Lexi Janik from Iowa City West. And as we're coming up on the halfway point, she extended it out of that turn.
I was just going to say that. She is extending out of those turns nicely.
All right, so we're coming up on the halfway point. They're going to turn at about the 1:02 mark. 1:03, so that's a nice start to this race here for Annika Grunwald.
And in a 200 freestyle, this is the 50 that makes the difference in the entire race. This is where the champions excel, and those that don't attack that third 50 stay behind. So you can see Annika going after it here.
And look at her go.
Yep.
She's really extended now, a 5-yard
she
lead.
Is.
She's looking good for first. For second place, looks like it's going to be Lexi Janik out there in lane 5, but also for the Tigers in lane 2, a good race between Nicole Lenz and Nola Femino from Iowa City West.
Let's see how she races on this last 50.
Just 2 lengths to go. Your leader right now, again, Annika Grunwald. And there's just a big battle going on now for third place, and bring some important points to the Tigers on the JV side of the scorecard.
Man, Annika looks strong right now.
Looks really good. Nice, strong finish for her. She's going to finish about, if we get the clock to go here. All right, so first place goes Annika Grunwald. Second place goes Iowa City. Third place, yes, nice, strong finish for Nicole Lenz in lane 2. And in lane 6 is Mandy Warren bringing in 6th place for the Tigers. So the Tigers go 1, 1st, 3rd, and 6th. In this junior varsity heat, 200-yard freestyle. Everybody's showing some fine sportsmanship down there. It's always good to see.
Yep, smiles all around.
After a grueling race. All right, varsity heat now of the 200-yard freestyle. Same event. Lane 2 for the Tigers will be Marley Haggerty. Lane 4 will be Grace Bobbledyke, and in lane 6 will be Hillary Zhu. And they are going to have their hands full with lane 3 here. Aurora Roguehair is ranked 4th in the state in this event right now. No, excuse me. Aurora is ranked first in the state. First in the state in this event right now. So quite a treat to watch the top-ranked swimmer in the state here. And let's see what the Tigers can do. Let's see if we can hang with her and give her a good race here. So in the lead right now is the #1 swimmer in the state in this event, Aurora Roguehair in lane 3. And hanging right with her there in lane 4 is Grace Bobbledyke for the Tigers.
She's not going to let her get too far ahead.
Got to keep her in her sights. All right, so 2 lengths down, just 6 lengths remaining. of this 200-yard freestyle varsity heat. Looks right now like Grace has really got nice solid turns, and that's really keeping her close. She's just one body length behind the state leader, and she's hanging really tough now with Olivia Tager there in lane 5. Quite a race developing here.
She's been working on her turns the past couple of weeks.
Well, it sure shows, and it's propelling her ever closer on every length. So this is a little over the halfway point, just 3 lengths left to swim now. 200-yard freestyle, grueling event.
It is. This is where they turn it on. You see Grace picking up her kick there.
All right, again, your leader is Aurora Roger from Iowa City West. The race for second and third right now is Grace Bobbledike and Olivia Tager. Grace Bobbledike for the Tigers, 4th place now. Also looks like Iowa City West, but hanging in there for 5th is Marley Haggerty in lane 2, looking really good. All right, so your winner is going to be Aurora Roger from Iowa City West. Nice swim, really nice swim. She had that one from start to finish. Second place is going to go to Iowa City West, Olivia Tager. Third, oh, we got touched out for third. Touched out for 3rd place. So Iowa City West goes 1, 2, 3. Tigers go 4, 5, 6. That was a really gutsy race by everybody for the Tigers there.
It was. Very good job.
Got some pool height sportsmanship being shown there, and that was a heck of a time. I mean, a 2:02 for the winner there. That's a really good swim.
Very good.
All right, this is the 200-yard individual medley. Junior varsity heat for the Tigers in lane 2 is Sutton Paulson. Lane 4 is Ava Malaro, and lane 6 is Peyton Lehman. 2 lengths butterfly, 2 lengths backstroke, 2 lengths breaststroke, 2 lengths freestyle. This is a tough one.
It is. You have to basically perfect every single stroke in order to put this race together successfully. Sutton looks to be off to a great start. Powerful, arms fully extended, entering directly out in front of her.
All right, very nice. Everybody's touching pretty much even in this butterfly leg. Switching over to backstroke now. Again, a very tight race here. Everybody's touching within a body length of each other on halfway point of this backstroke. So who's really turned it on now is Sutton Paulson in lane 2. She's eking out a bit of a lead here.
She's got a great tempo coming into the turn here for the breaststroke leg. Let's see how she hangs on this third 50.
So now she turns, and we switch over to breaststroke now. And of course, everybody's got a little bit of different strengths here, right? So,
it is.
So we'll see how they even up after this breaststroke leg a little bit. But Sutton Paulson, lane 2, looking very strong so far.
Very, very good, and she's a good freestyler at the end. So if she loses a little bit in breaststroke, watch out for her to pick it up in the freestyle. All
right. Well, it looks like lane 5's Heidi Dew is definitely a breaststroker, because she has narrowed the gap and is really coming on now in lane 5. Now, do you think Sutton's going to be able to see her over in lane 5 as she makes a turn down here?
I'm thinking so. If she breathes to both sides, she'll see her and she'll go after her.
All right, so touch and even. Sutton Paulson, Heidi Dew from Iowa City West. Sutton Paulson from Cedar Falls, and there they go. Freestyle leg, just down and back to go. The race is on for first.
Ava's kicking it in there too for third.
So at the turn, your leader, Heidi Dew, Iowa City West, lane 5 out there, but here comes Sutton Paulson. She is turning on. Look at that kick. Look at her go. Look at the coach. He is really excited. Look at this race. What a finish.
Go.
It's going to extend. Oh, so close. So second place goes to Sutton Paulson for Cedar Falls. Third place goes to Ava Malaro. And she really came in with a nice, strong finish there. And those breaststroke and butter. Let's watch this finish again. Look at this. Just gutting it out right to the finish. So close.
Fingernails.
So close. Yeah. Really good racing. That is fun to watch. So nice job by everybody there for the Tigers. The Tigers take the second, 3rd, and 6th. All right. So the varsity heat now of the 200-yard individual medley. Again, the Tigers are in lanes 2, 4, and 6. In lane 2 will be Elise Considine. In lane 4 will be Kendall Malaro. And in lane 6 will be Cece Law. Starter Bruce Frank must have saw a little movement. Called the swimmers to stand back up. We're going to get another attempt at a start here. And we have a nice clean start. All right, this is the top-ranked swimmer in the state for the 200-yard individual medley in Scarlett Martin in lane 3 for Iowa City West. She is definitely the one to watch. If you can see the rankings here on your screen. Cedar Falls' Grace Frericks is ranked really high in this event, but she's not swimming this event tonight. She'll be swimming other events that she's also highly ranked in. And Scarlett Martin really has a nice start on this. But, boy, Kendall Malaro there in lane 4. She means business.
You're going to see Kendall and Cece, 2 of Cedar Falls' top butterflyers. They're not going to be afraid to take this race out.
All right, and we are off to a good start. So your leader, Kendall Martin for Iowa City West, and right with her, Kendall Malaro in lane 4 for Cedar Falls.
Kendall's hanging with her. She's got a good tempo, and she's using her legs.
She's within 1 body length of the state leader right now. Coming into the halfway point of this race, just breaststroke and freestyle to go. Looks like 3rd place is the 2 Iowa City West swimmers are in pretty good shape at the moment, but we've still got two different strokes to swim.
Yep, and this is the breaststroke leg where everything can change.
And it is right now. Kendall Malaro is doing really well. She's hanging right in there with Scarlett Martin for Iowa City West. There's a close-up shot now of Kendall as we come into this breaststroke to freestyle transition.
She's going to race here on this last 50.
And they're off. Just 2 lengths left to swim. Looks like Scarlett Martin for Iowa City West has this one in hand for first, but boy, I tell you what, Kendall Malaro in lane 4 has looked good from start to finish in this race for the Tigers. So she's going to get 2nd. We come into the final leg. We do have disqualification from starter Bruce Frank. Try and catch what lane here. So that is your leader and winner, Scarlett Martin. 2nd place goes to Kendall Malaro. 3rd place goes to Jenny Gang from Iowa City West in lane 5. 4th place is going to go to Iowa City West Haley Noel in lane 1. 5th will go to Elise Considine in lane 2. And 6th place will go to Cece Lau in lane 6 at the top of your screen for the Tigers. So the Tigers go 2, 5, and 6 in that event. And that was really quite a race there. 2:26 for Scarlett Martin there in the no, I'm sorry, that's a different time. 2:10 in the 200-yard IM for a dual meet mid-season, not tapered. That's a nice swim.
Solid swim. And a great swim by Kendall as well.
All Tigers here. This is Lauren Miller, Lakenstraw, and Jules Fromm. Lauren Miller in lane 2, Lakenstraw in the middle of the screen, Jules Fromm at the top of your screen. 50-yard freestyle, just down and back. They've been working out for a long time, coming here tonight and trying to post their best 50 time of the year.
Absolutely. Look at all that white water behind their feet. You can tell they're working hard.
They're going hard. They really are. All right, taking first will be Lakenstraw. 2nd will go to Jules Fromm. 3rd place goes to Lauren Miller. All for the Tigers. So nice job there, Tigers. Heat 2 will be another heat of Junior Varsity 50-yard freestyle. In lane 2 for the Tigers will be Lane Coates. In lane 4 will be Avery Straw. And in lane 6 will be Madison Gonnerman. So Grace Coates, lane 2, Avery Straw, middle of your screen, top of your screen in the red suit, Madison Gonnerman. 50-yard freestyle, just 2 lengths. What are you trying to accomplish here with a start, a turn, a finish, and everything you got in between? Or
You have to trust that you've trained hard and that you are aware of your best start, your best stroke, your best turn. So when you dive in the water here in this race, you're not thinking about anything but racing.
Nothing but going fast.
Yep.
So there we go. Your leader first is going to go to Grace Coates, and it's going to be a photo finish. Second place is going to go to Madison Gonderman in lane 6. Avery Staw takes third. Aviva Freyer for Iowa City West takes fourth. Heat 3 of Junior Varsity 50-yard freestyle. In lane 2 for the Tigers will be Abigail Guernsey. In lane 4, Rachel Jebby. And in lane 6, Hermione Shepard. Good clean start. Just down and back, 2 lengths freestyle. Center of your screen is Rachel Jebby in lane 4. Boy, it's really close out there, but she does turn first, and she turns even with Iowa City West Maddie Gruder in lane 5. So here we come. Coming into the important finish here. Rachel Jebby, lane 4, duking it out for a close finish here. She gets second. In lane 6, Hermione Shepard gets 4th, and Abigail Guernsey in lane 2 gets 5th. So nice swim for all the Tigers there as well. In the final heat of Junior Varsity 50-yard freestyle, the Tigers will be in lanes 2, 4, and 6. In lane 2, Nicole Lenz. Lane 4 will be Lauren Selenick. And in lane 6 will be Allie Still. So Nicole Lenz, Lauren Selenick, and Allie Still. Red suits, black caps for the Tigers as we get ready for this Junior Varsity 50-yard freestyle. A long
good start
underwater
there.
kick, yeah. Really good. Look at the water flying now.
She is on top of the water right now in lane 4.
And coming out of the top there, that is Lauren Selenick. She's your leader for the Tigers. This is a tough one. This is a fast heat. Lauren Selenick right in the middle of your screen. She is not going to look anywhere
Driving
but that
to the
wall.
wall.
And there she goes. The Tigers take first. Tigers take third and 6th. So 1, 3, 6 for the finish for the Tigers in this JV heat. Nice job by Nicole Lenz, Lauren Selenick, and Allie Sill. Thanks. All right, and we're back now with the varsity heat, 50-yard freestyle. In the lead there in lane 4, that is Grace Frericks. Second place looks like Emma Clark in lane 2. The Tigers loaded this one up. They're going to get a 1-2 finish here in the 50. It's going to be really close right down to the finish, and that is Grace Frericks touching first. Second place goes to Emma Clark in lane 2. And fourth place goes to Rachel Roos in lane 6. So the Tigers loaded up this 50, did a really nice job.
1, 2, 4. Nice job, ladies.
So Grace Frericks, number 2 sprinter in the state in the 50-yard freestyle.
And she was not far off that time.
And she showed just why she is. So
absolutely.
That was a really, really good race. So nice job of the Tigers. Let's watch this one more time. You see how Grace going into this first turn, but watch her come out of this turn.
In and out. Got to be quick. Get the legs dolphin kicking right away. Good breakout.
And she's got a half a body length lead as they're just and now watch lane 2 now. Here comes Emma Clark just out of nowhere, just digging and scratching and clawing. Bang for an important third place. Look at that finish. Wow. Really good. So first, third, and 6th for the Tigers in that 50. That was a really, really, really nice swim. Nice job by the Tigers. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with more swimming action. Don't go away. You're watching Tiger Swimming here on Cedar Falls Community Television. We are back now at Markson Pool with diving. There are 10 divers tonight. Our first diver tonight is Marissa Goodale from Iowa City West. She'll be doing a reverse dive in the tuck position. And her scores are 5.5, 6, 5.5. Our next diver is Emma Law for Cedar Falls, doing the same dive there, a reverse somersault in the tuck position. Emma diving junior varsity for the Tigers here tonight. And her scores are 5, 5, and 5. Next is Abby Janik for Iowa City West. Abby will be doing the same dive, reverse dive tuck. Abby, junior varsity diver for Iowa City West. And that was a fail dive. She failed to do the tuck, and the dive was incomplete. Our next diver is from Cedar Falls, Allie Gray. For Cedar Falls, she'll be doing a reverse dive tuck as well. Find it interesting that they all choose this as their opening dive for the night.
Yeah, it's pretty challenging.
That was a very nice dive. Good
very
form.
Clean entry.
Nice height, and the judges like it. 5.5, 6.5, and 6.5. Nice job, Allie Gray. All right. Next up is for Iowa City West, Ainsley Young. First varsity diver of the night for Iowa City West. Reverse dive pike position. And her scores are 6, 6.5, 6.5. It's a nice looking dive.
That was very good.
Good form. This is Maya Baylong for the Tigers. Diving varsity for the Tigers tonight. Reverse dive in the tuck position. She's going to leave the board and spin back towards the board here. And her scores are 4.5, 5, and 4.5. This is Austin Goodale for Iowa City West. She'll be doing a reverse somersault in the tuck position. Took that one out a little far. But the judges like it. 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. See how she kind of reaches out a little too far. All right, this is Emma Shepard for the Tigers. Emma's going to do that same dive, reverse dive in the tuck position. See the difference there.
Very nice.
Very nice. A lot closer to the board, and oh, the judges really like this one. 6.5, 7.5, and 6. This is Samantha Klein for Iowa City West. Look at that. Beautiful form. Nice entry.
Very, very good.
This is Samantha Klein. Ooh, nice. Reverse dive pike. And her score is 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. All right. Look at her nice form here. Takes it up nice and high and brings it in straight. This is the number 2 ranked diver in the state, Ashton Sahara for the Tigers. And look at that.
That's
pretty
why.
dive. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Crowd liked that one.
8, 8, and 8. She showed why she's number 2. Look at this again. Just a pretty dive.
Power off the board there.
What an entry. She is so improved. Nice job, Ashton. All right, back to our beginning our second round of diving. Inward dive pike position. Nicely done.
No
Not a lot
splash.
of height, but nice entry. 6, 5.5, and 5. All right, this is Emma Law for the Tigers. Front somersault half twist. She'll enter the water facing the board. She had a little trouble stopping the spin on that one.
Over rotation.
So the judges are going to knock her down a little bit. 3.5, 4, and 4. But a nice effort there by Emma Law. This is Abby Janik for Iowa City West. Her second dive is a forward dive pike. Nicely done. 5.5, 6, and 6. This is Allie Gray. She's going to do this back somersault in straight position, which is very challenging.
I would have to agree.
Little break in position there. I don't know if they're going to dock her for that or not. Yeah, they had 4, 6.5, 6.5, and our lead official did dock for the break in position. She just broke a little bit there instead of keeping her body completely straight there. All right, this is Ainsley Young now, her second dive for Iowa City West. Forward 2 somersault tuck.
She had momentum there.
Yep, she got it around. So 5.5, 4.5, 5.5. Next is Mia Bailong. Watch her spin this. Spin, spin. 2 of them. Mia Bailong, her second dive for the Tigers. Is a reverse dive tuck. And her scores are 4.5, 6, and 5.5. This is Austin Goodell. She's going to do that same forward double somersault tuck position as her teammate did just a moment ago. Very tight, really good rotation, and a really nice entry. She's going to score well on that. 7, 6.5, 7.5. Watch that one again. Very nicely done. All right, again, this is a 1 somersault straight, so they're gonna be watching for her body position to remain straight and not break. And a half twist at the end, which she completed. So there you go. Nice job there. Her scores are 5, 5.5, 4.5. This is Samantha Klein for Iowa City West. Same forward double somersault. She also did that well. Good height, remain close to the board, and reasonable entry. Her scores are good, 6.5, 7, and 7. Very nicely done. It's an inward 1.5 pike. This is Ashton Sahara, number 2 in the state, and she just showed why.
Wow. Crowd like that. And so did the judges.
Nice job. 7.5, 9, 8.5. Man.
Very nice.
She earned all that applause. Watch that again.
Look at that extension all the way to the toes.
So close to the board. Those always scare me. All right, this is Marissa Goodell for Iowa City West, beginning the third round of diving. Marissa did an inward dive tuck. Very nicely done. And the judges liked it 6, 6, and 6. Next is Emma Lau for Cedar Falls. We're doing a back somersault in the pike position. And a little challenge of stopping the rotation there. And the scores are 4, 5.5, 5.5. This is Abby Janik. See, she just couldn't get that rotation stopped, and the judges kind of docked her for that. Abby Janik for Iowa City West. They are going to give her another run at it. But it's tough. I mean, it's tough to regain your confidence after a false start.
She did.
Forward 1.5 tuck. And they're going to score it as they see it. Yeah, so 6.5, 6, 4.5, and then each judge will deduct 2 points for the balk. But hey, she came back and really stuck a nice dive after the false start.
52-23D, back somersault, 1.5 twist free, 2.3.
All right, this is Allie Gray for the Tigers. There's going to be a lot of motion on this dive. It's a full twister, back somersault. She did a nice job.
Very nice job.
1 somersault, 1 twist, back, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. This is Ainsley Young for Iowa City West. Performing the same dive you just saw from Cedar Falls diver just moments ago. Back 1.5 tuck. Ainsley Young for Iowa City West. 5.5, 5.5, 5.5.
Across the board. Mia, 202B, back somersault, pike, 1.6.
All right, this is Mia Baylong for the Tigers. She'll be doing a back somersault pike. So the judges will be looking for good height on this dive, good entry, good body position, and the ability to stop that rotation and put the dive in clean. And she did. Nice job, Mia. And her scores are 5.5, 5.5, and 5. Good position and nice entry. All right, this is Austin Goodale for Iowa City West. She's going to do a back 1.5 somersault. I believe tuck. She did a nice job as well. That's Austin Goodale for Iowa City West. Her scores 7, 5.5, 6.5. Watch that again.
202A, back somersault straight, 1.7.
Really reached for that entry.
She was able to pull that entry. Yep.
All right, this is Emma Shepard for Cedar Falls. Back dive, straight position. No break in her form there, so scores are 5.5, 6, and 7. That's how she kept herself nice and straight. And a good entry. This is Samantha Klein doing a back 1.5 somersault tuck. Again, same thing. She really reached for that entry. And her score is 6.5, 6, and 6. Watch her reach. Find that water. All right, finishing up the third round of diving here is Ashton Saharath for the Tigers. One full somersault with 2 twists. Scores are 6, 7, and 7. Let's watch that one more time. Watch how she really twists fast. There's 1, there's 2. This is Marissa Goodell starting the 4th round of diving. Marissa's for Iowa City West. Front dive, front 1.5. In a tuck position. Her scores are 5.5, 5.5, and 6. Didn't open that dive up there at the end. Kind of hurt her scores a little bit. Here's Allie Gray for the Tigers. Again, near the beginning of the 4th round of diving. And that is a reverse dive straight. And her scores are 3.5, 5, and 4.5. Watch her take this up, reach back for the water. Nice straight position. Could bring her legs together. And maybe keep a little closer to the board to bring those scores up. This is Abby Janik for Iowa City West. Abby did a back dive, straight position. And her scores are 4, 4.5, 4.5. Watch as she does not break her form as well. This is Allie Gray, forward somersault.
Nice.
1 twist. Straight position, 6.5, 7, and 6. Nice job by Allie. All right, this is Ainsley Young for Iowa City West. Reverse somersault pike position. I think they said pike.
Pike.
Really nice form. It's Ainsley Young for Iowa City West. Judges like it too. 6, 6.5, and 6.5. Yep, so this is Mia Baylong. She'll be doing, for Cedar Falls, she'll be doing a back somersault with a half twist. And a nice dive for Mia. Her scores are 5.5, 6, and 6.
Austin, 303C, reverse 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2.
This is Austin Goodell for Iowa City West. Reverse 1.5 tuck, tough dive. It's her 4th dive of 6. She almost didn't get that one in the water, but she did complete it. They're going to score it. 4.5, 4.5, 4.5.
She looks relieved.
She looks very relieved. Got that one behind me. All right, Emma Shepard for the Tigers. Back somersault with a twist. Nice job, good position. Really good rotation. And the judges like it. 6, 7, and 6.5. Watch this again. Really got around quick and straighten it up for the entry. This is Samantha Klein. Reverse 1.5 somersault tuck, and that was really well done. That was a really nice dive. That's a tough dive. 7, 7, 7.5. Nice job. Watch this again. Good height. Straightened out before the entry. Very nice. This is Ashton Saharath for the Tigers. This is her 4th dive. Back 1.5 pike. And her scores 8, 8.5, and 8. What's that one more time? Look at that confidence. She's ready. Good position. Straightens it out. Nice entry.
And a big smile when she comes up.
And a big smile. This is Marissa Goodell for Iowa City West. Beginning the 5th round of diving. Her dive there is a back dive tuck, and her scores are 5.5, 5, and 5.
5.5, 5, 5. Emma, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6.
This is Emma Lau. She'll be doing a inward somersault tuck, spinning back towards the board. These always scare me. She is ready to go. Very nice. She wastes no time putting that one in. So nice job. That's Emma Lau for the Tigers. 5.5, 6, and 5.5.
6, 5.5. Abby, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.5.
This is Abby Janik for Iowa City West. Inward dive tuck. She had a tough time bringing that one around, but they're going to score it. 2, a 3, and a 3. And I'll give her a 3 for courage.
Absolutely.
That was a tough one.
And she's smiling again.
She's very happy that one's behind her. All right, this is Allie Gray for the Tigers, her 5th dive. Inward 1.5 tuck. Her teammates went wild on that one, and the scores are 5, 7, and 7.
That was about as close to the board as you can get.
You can't get much closer than that. Like I said, those really scare me.
They do.
That was really good. Good for her. All right, Ainsley Young here for Iowa City West. Beginning the 5th round of diving for the Varsity. Inward 1.5.
Another clean entry.
Yep, popular dive this round. And her score is 6.5, 6, and 6.5. Take another look at that one.
Mia, 51-21D.
Rotation, straighten it out during the entry.
Twist free, 1.7.
This is Mia Baylong for the Tigers. It's her 5th dive tonight. Forward somersault, half twist. And her scores are 6, 5.5, and 6.
5.5, 6. Austin, 403C.
There's Mia once again.
1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2.
This is Austin Goodale for Iowa City West. Inward 1.5. We've seen a few of these in this round. Took it out a little further. Gives the announcer great comfort. And her scores are 7, 6, and 6.5. What's that dive again? She takes out a little further from the board and has a nice entry. This is Emma Shepard for the Tigers. Again, wasting no time. Inward dive, tuck. And her scores are 6, 6, and 6.
Scores, 6 across the board.
This is Samantha Klein for
Inward 1.5 somersault tuck.
Iowa City West. Very popular dive this round. Inward 1.5 tuck. Well done.
Another
Quick,
good
it's
one.
not quite straight on the entry, but nice height and good position. 6, 6.5, and 6.
53-33D. Reverse 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist free, 2.6.
Reverse 1.5 with 1.5 twists. Wow, she's going to take this one
2.6.
high in the air.
Wow.
And she got it around. That's a
Made it
tough
around.
dive. There's a lot going on with that dive. And her scores are 5, 5.5, and 5.
5, 5.5, and 5.
All right, that completes the 5th round. This is the final round of diving. Our first diver is Marissa Goodale for Iowa City West. Forward somersault with a half twist. She did a nice job with that one. And her scores are 5.5, 5.5, 5.5.
Emma, 103B. Forward 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7.
This is Emma Lau for Cedar Falls. She'll be doing a forward 1.5 pike for her final dive this evening. Nice position.
Very nice.
And her scores are 4, 5.5, and 6.
4, 5.5, 6.
Our next diver,
4,
5.5, and 6. And our next diver is Abby Janik for Iowa City West.
Forward 1 somersault, 1 twist.
She'll be doing the forward somersault with a full twist. She hit 3.5, 4, and 4. Are you supposed to enter with your hands at your side?
I believe so.
Hands overhead are deduction. This is Allie Gray for the Tigers. Her final dive of the night. Forward 2 somersault. Boy, she had really nice rotation on that. 5.5, 5.5, and 6.
Ainsley, 52-31D. Back 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist free, 2.1.
This is Ainsley Young for Iowa City West. That was a back 1.5 with a half twist. And her scores are 4.5, 5, and 5.
Mia, 103B, forward 1 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7.
This is Mia Baylong for Cedar Falls. Her final dive tonight is a forward 1.5 in the pike position. Very nicely done. Save a good one for last. Nice
That
job,
was
Mia.
probably her best.
6, 7.5, and 6. She's got to be happy with that. What's that again?
That extension on the entry is what saved the.
Really nice job. This is Austin Goodale for Iowa City West. Her final dive. And Austin
Wow.
shows a single somersault double twister for her finale tonight. And she did a nice job. And her scores are 5, 6, and 6.
Emma, 103B, forward 1 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7.
This is Emma Shepard for the Tigers. She'll be doing a forward 1.5 pike for her final dive. Very good position. A little over rotation, but overall a nice dive. Crowd likes it. 5.5, 6, 5.5.
Sam, 5132D.
Final diver for Iowa City tonight. This is Samantha Klein.
1 twist free, 2.2.
This is at 1.5 somersault with a full twister. Tough dive. Barely got that
That's a
one
lot
in.
to get in.
It's a lot of action. Got a little forward motion on that. It was a 4.5, 4.5, and 5. You'll notice her hands do touch before her feet, just barely, so they can count that one. And I'm dying to see what Ashton's going to throw here for her final dive. Number 2 diver in the state, Ashton Sahara for the Tigers. What a treat to watch her dive tonight. Forward 2.5, and she didn't quite get off that end of the board like she wanted to, and they are going to give that a failed dive. If we can see a replay on that, you'll see her feet touch before her hands right there.
Toes.
And just barely. So I think even with that, her performance tonight's going to land her at first place. So there's a look at Ashton, and she's shrugging it off, going, hey, had to throw it, had to give it a try. Gave it my best effort. So nice job by the Tigers there in the diving. And that concludes the diving tonight. So six dives for everybody, and the Tigers performed very well against this Iowa City West team. And we'll be back with more Tiger Girl Swimming right after this. You're watching Tiger Girl Swimming here on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Right now, I'm leaning towards the military, particularly the Air Guard. After basic tech school, I plan to go to college and major along the lines of medical field and possibly minor in business. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Coates. Next is Madison Garner. Parents Cedar and Bill. Madison attends Cedar High School, which is a fourth year in the women's swimming and diving team. She has been swimming with class for the past 10 years. My junior year, we played sardines at the BDM farmhouse and climbed out the window and onto the roof as our hiding spot. Her plans after graduation, she's going to Minnesota State Mankato, majoring in biomedical science. She's smart. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Madison Garner. Next is Rachel Jenner. Parents Margot and Brian. Rachel is attending Cedar High School. This is her second year in the women's swimming and diving team. She swam 7 summers at the Waverly Area Swim Club. Her favorite memory, playing water polo after practice. I plan on attending Iowa State University and majoring in biology and focusing on pre-medicine courses. Another smart one. Senior Rachel Jenner. Next is Rachel Bruce. Her parents are Mitch and Lori. Rachel attends Waverly High School. This is her 4th year in the women's swimming and diving team. Rachel swam with Waverly Area Swim Club for 6 years, last 1 year, and also participated in tennis and wrestling. Her favorite team memory was placing at state in both of our relays last year and making new friends throughout the past 4 years. She plans to attend a 4-year college. Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Bruce. Next up is Avery Strong. Her parents, Ryan Strong and Mary Powell. Avery attends Cedar Falls High School. This is her 4th year in the women's swimming and diving team. She has been swimming with class for 6 years. Favorite memory? Doing 200 push-ups with Maddie practice because she got in trouble. You must be good friends with Matt. Plans after graduation, she's going to study business at UNI. Ladies and gentlemen, Avery Strong. Next is Lauren Selene. Her parents are Mike and Beth. Lauren attends Cedar High School. This is her 4th year in the women's swimming and diving team. She has been swimming with glass for 10 years. Favorite memory? Not a specific one, but any team travel event on blast has filled with so many memories. To be in a city without your parents, with your friends, and hours of downtime in your hands, and make for days full of memories I will never forget. And she can't mention it, by the way. Her plans after graduation, I plan on going to Drake, majoring in international business with a minor in history, and then one day potentially going to law school. Senior Lauren Selene. Next is Ashley Sarah. Her parents Ashley attends Diving Hartford. This is her 4th year in the women's swimming and diving team. She has been diving with Cedar Valley Dive Club for 2 years. Her favorite memory, freshman year after state diving, all the divers spent the night in the hotel. It's always been fun picking on Coach Vic and his perfect finger. I hope to continue diving in college and study criminal justice with a minor in accounting. One of my favorites, I've watched her grow up the last 4 years, Ashton Sahara. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to have 3 special thanks. My name is Mike Woodrow, and I'm the voice of Lady Tigers. I'm very honored to do that. Bruce Berry, head official, Heidi Crockett, swim photographer, Channel 15, officer, production, fading this team. We also want to thank Coach Scott Ritter, Coach Scott Bowman, and Coach Vic for spending numerous hours at practices and meets, planning and strategizing to make these young women the best swimmers and divers possible, and providing them with a lifetime of fun memories. To all our parents who support our athletes, work at the meets, provide food and feast for our swimmers and the visiting team,
back with more swimming action here at Markson Pool. We'll begin now with the 100-yard butterfly in the varsity heat. In lane 2 for the Tigers is Grace Bobbledyke, lane 4 Cece Lau, and in lane 6 Hillary Zhu. Grueling event, the butterfly.
It is. It takes a lot of stamina and a lot of strength to power your arms over the water.
Nice even start here to the beginning. It looks like our leader right now, really it's tied in lanes 3 and 4 between Lily Ernst for Iowa City West and Cece Lau for the Tigers. I think Cece's got about one hand length lead here. Pretty much even. And Grace Bobbledyke in lane 2 is hanging right in there for second or third as well. Just one length left to go now after this turn. Again, the Tigers in lanes 2, 4, and 6. Black caps, red suits. Here they come. Final length.
They both still look very strong coming home.
Looks like Lily Ernst from Iowa City West is going to win this one. She's going to come in right around the minute mark. Second place is going to go to, wow, close finish there. Grace Bobbledyke is third in lane 2. Cece Lau is second in lane 4. And Hillary Zhu comes in 6th in lane 6. So let's watch that finish again. They're all really reaching hard. I really like the finish there from Grace Bobbledyke in lane 2. She made up a lot of ground in that last length.
Kept her head down and timed the finish.
Very good. All right. That's the varsity heat of the 100-yard butterfly. We're going to have a few heats now of the junior varsity 100-yard freestyle, 4 lengths of the pool. For the Tigers in lane 2 will be Jules Fromm, and in lane 4 will be Lakin Straw. Iowa City West's Aviva Freyer in lane 5. So lanes 2 and 4 for the Tigers. Again, red suits, black caps, junior varsity heat, 100 freestyle, 4 lengths of the pool. Nice even start.
They're looking very smooth and controlled.
Talk to me about how much they can see each other. There's a lot going on out there. Water's rushing by your eyes and your ears. And can they see those competitors pretty clearly? Do they have an idea of where they sit in this race?
Yep, you can see them when you take a breath to the side, and you can also see them under the water.
Well, your leader right now is Aviva Freyer from Iowa City West in lane 5. He's got about a 2.5-yard lead on both Tiger competitors who turn even with just one length left to swim. This is the junior varsity 100-yard freestyle, first of 3 heats. And your winner is Aviva Freyer from Iowa City West, followed by, it's too close to call. We'll have to look at the timing system for that one. Second place goes to lane 4, Lakin Straw, and third place goes to Jules Fromm in lane 2. Look at that even touch there. Really close finish. All right, heat 2 now. Allie Sill will be in lane 2 for the Tigers. Madison Gonnerman will be in lane 4, and Hermione Shepard is in lane 6. 2 Iowa City West competitors. Looks like we don't have Hermione Shepard in lane 6, but we have Allie Sill in lane 2, Madison Gonnerman in lane 4. And out there in lane 5 is Maddie Greeter from Iowa City West. She got off to a really fast start. Let's go Tigers. These Tiger swimmers, a lot of them are very even with each other. It's almost like they train together.
Side by side every day.
All right, this is the third length of 4. Your leader, Maddie Greeter for Iowa City West in lane 5. Currently in second place for Iowa City West in lane 3 is Carmela Cohen-Suarez. And the Tigers are making up some ground here in the final length. They're bringing it home strong. That is Maddie Gonnerman in lane 4, Allie Sill in lane 2. Allie Sill is going to get 3rd. Madison Gonnerman is going to get 4th. So nice swim there.
Nice swims, ladies.
Eileen Karachai, lane 2.
All right, final heat of junior varsity 100-yard freestyle. For the Tigers in lane 2 will be Casey Bruce, in lane 4 Grace Coates, and in lane 6 Zoe Smith. Tigers red suits, black caps in the even lanes. Lane 1 is on your left. Lanes 2, 4, and 6 for the Tigers, and a nice start. Boy, each heat's just getting a little bit faster. This has turned out to be a good race.
Starting out as a close race.
It's like Maggie Greer, lane 3 for Iowa City West, taking about a shoulder length lead on the rest of the field. But coming out of this this tough length here, the third length separates the winners a lot of times in this third leg. They get really tough, and tough is Maggie Greer for Iowa City West in lane 3. Two Tigers in the hunt for second right now. Casey Bruce in lane 2, Grace Coates in lane 4. And in lane 1, out of nowhere, comes Eileen Karake for Iowa City West.
That's some closing speed there.
But Grace Coates takes second for the Tigers in lane 4. Casey Bruce takes third in lane 2. And the Tigers go third, fourth, and sixth in that event. So that leads us up to now the varsity heat 100-yard freestyle. It's going to be a fast swim here. Anna Reese for Iowa City West in lane 1. Marley Haggerty, lane 2 for Cedar Falls. Ella Hochstetler for Iowa City West in 3. Rachel Roos for Cedar Falls in lane 4. Jade Roger and for Iowa City West lane 5. And Cedar Falls, Sutton Paulson in lane 6. We saw Sutton have a really good 200 earlier today.
Good starts by both Rachel and Sutton there.
All right, so we're off to a nice clean start and a good fast start. The first to turn is Iowa City West Ella Hochstetler in lane 3. The Tigers they're hanging right in there. That lane 4, that's Rachel Roos. She is getting right after it, stroke for stroke. She gained a little ground back in that second length, and here we go, halfway point, just 50 yards to go. Your leader right now is Ella Hochstetler in lane 3, Rachel Roos, lane 4, Cedar Falls. Here they come, they're coming down. It's going to be a tight one for second now.
Rachel's battling both.
So out of nowhere came Jade Roger in lane 5. They are racing now. First and second are going to go to Iowa City West. Rachel Roos is going to take third. Fifth place is going to go to Marley Haggerty in lane 2, and sixth is going to go to Sutton Paulson out there in lane 6. So let's watch that final leg one more time. Look at lane 5. Jade Roger just really brought it on. She wasn't even a factor in those first 2
Turning on the heat at the end.
Yep. Nice strong finish for Iowa City West. All right, junior varsity heat of the 500-yard freestyle. 2 Cedar Falls swimmers in this one. In lane 2 is Maddie Warren. In lane 4 is Ava Malaro. 20 lengths of the pool. This is the longest event in high school swimming. And it's a junior varsity heat, and they're starting off nice quick pace.
One of my personal favorite events.
All right, so 20 heats, 20 lengths of the pool to make 500 yards, and that's a lot to keep track of. So as we look to the far end of the pool here, we're going to see people with lap counters. You see all the 3s down there. They're indicating to the swimmer this is the third length. In 500 yards, you don't want to lose count.
No, you have too many other things to think about.
So let's talk about what they're thinking about during this race. They got 20 lengths to kind of, versus like a 50 down and back, everything you got. This is a 500 now. What's going on in their mind, and what are they thinking about, and what are they seeing from the coaches? Or
You're definitely looking to pace yourself, that you've worked at practice on specific sets that set the times that you want to go for each 50 or each 100. Every distance swimmer tends to break up the race a little bit differently. Some look at it as 10 50s, some look at it as 5 100s. however you break it up, that's how you're going to be setting your pace. And what you're going to see the counters at the end do, they're going to shake the number up and down or shake it side to side, and that's giving the swimmer some cues as to what the coach is wanting them to do with their race at that point.
And right now, Ava Malaro in lane 4 changed some strategy there on the Iowa City West swimmers, and she jumped into the lead rather quickly at the 150-yard mark.
Mm-hmm. She's got a very nice tempo going right now early on.
Off to a nice start, as is Mandy Warren in lane 2. But that's your leader right now, getting the 7, which means 7 lengths down for Ava Malaro, your leader right now for the Tigers. We got a few moments here. Let's talk about this Tiger team in general and how their season is going. They've had several dual meets already this year, and they have a 3-1 record with their only blemish being at a loss at Cedar Rapids Kennedy. In a close one though, 84-102 in swimming. That's actually pretty close. So they gave that one a good run. And then Iowa City West tonight, they're behind by 20 to start, but hey, anything could happen between now and the end. And then they got they're pretty much a halfway point of the season so far, but 3-1 against this Iowa City West team that's off to a really good start.
Very good start.
Yeah, Iowa City West 5-0. They win the Iowa City High invite. They win the Cedar Rapids Kennedy invite. Look at the spreads on those scores. I mean, they have just dominated teams so far coming into the Cedar Falls duel tonight. Iowa City West is deep and strong.
The fact that Cedar Falls is only 20 points behind says a lot about this program here.
Yep.
These Tigers are not going to let them go.
They are not. And I talked to Iowa City West coach Byron Butler for tonight's meet, and I said, how many kids do you have in the squad? He said 52, but we don't bring them all on these long trips.
Ah.
I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, so they even left some of them at home, and the very deep team with 52 swimmers really speaks volumes about the success of the program down there. Cedar Falls, no slouch either. Great tradition. 43 kids out for the team this year, and they're showing some nice team depth here tonight.
Yep, that's a great size to be at right now.
All right, we are currently at the
beyond the halfway point.
Beyond the halfway mark. We've completed 300 yards already. Just 200 yards left to swim. I say just.
Just.
Don't ever tell a swimmer just 200 yards to go.
No, that's probably what Ava's thinking right now is, hey, I only have that much left.
That's all we got left. And I think she's turned it up since early on in this race. She may have started off with a little more sluggish pace than she's showing now.
She is having a very aggressive swim right now. Very impressive.
All right, we'll see if we can figure out her time here as she comes back to the other end after that 50. When she comes back to this end, she'll have completed 400 yards of this 500-yard race. I really like what I see out of her right now. She is really, really staying with it. Nice tempo. So about 435, 447 at the 400 mark. So she's averaging like 112s per 100, which is a nice swim.
They're shaking the numbers at her. They're telling her to pick it up and
keep going.
Drive it all the way home.
And that is a lovely sound. That is a horn that indicates 2 lengths plus 5 yards left to swim over our leader, who is Ava Malaro for the Tigers. All right. And an update. That was our junior varsity scoring update. Iowa City West leads the Tigers 61-48. That's pretty close on the JV duel. And your winner is going to be Ava Malaro in lane 4, coming in strong. She is not letting up coming into this finish. She's looking for a good time as she touches the wall. Nice job, Ava. There's a nice close-up shot. And she is gathering oxygen now. And there's lane 2, Mandy Warren for the Tigers. She's in her final lap, and she is neck and neck with the swimmer from Iowa City West, just about a half a stroke behind, but she turns even. Just 25 yards to go. Let's watch Mandy Warren bring this one home. Lots of water flying now. She's picked up her kick. Here comes the tempo. She is going to finish strong. Mandy Warren for the Tigers.
Look at all that energy left at the end of 20 lengths. She's fighting.
And a nice finish for her as well. So good job, Mandy Warren for the Tigers. She comes in 4th place in this junior varsity 500-yard freestyle.
Let's bring her home, ladies and gentlemen. It's a long race.
All right, the junior varsity updates. The score leading up to this event, Iowa City West leads 61-48.
Good job. Now the varsity 500-yard freestyle. Lane 1.
Next will be our varsity heat of the 500-yard freestyle. Lane 1 will be Masara Hanesh of Iowa City West. For Cedar Falls, lane 2, Kendall Malaro. Lane 3, Olivia Tager for Iowa City West. Lane 4, Cedar Falls, Annika Grunwald. Lane 5, Lauren Trent for Iowa City West. And in lane 6, Katie Butler for the Tigers. Again, the Tigers red suits, black caps, lanes 2, 4, and 6. As we enter the varsity heat, 500-yard freestyle, 20 lengths. You can see the pace of this one is coming out quite a bit quicker than that junior varsity heat, as they're all starting before they settle into their final rhythm here. They're starting off quite a bit quicker pace.
They are.
Sub 30 for everybody. Can't really declare a leader at the moment. Everybody's so bunched up there at the top. They're turning within just a couple yards of each other.
It'll take a good 200 yards before we start seeing them separate.
All right, so coming up on 4 lengths or the 100-yard mark here. And the Tigers are in lanes 2, 4, and 6. That's Kendall Malaro, Annika Grunwald, and Katie Butler. Lanes 2, 4, and 6. First 100 is behind us. Now they're all splitting about 32 seconds 100. So their first 100, they went out in a 1:02. It's a nice quick pace to get this 500-yard freestyle started.
And you'll see in freestyle, a lot of their forward momentum comes from their body rotation. You'll see that their shoulders and their hips rotate side to side together as one and drive the body forward. Saves a little bit on the arms and legs.
Use that core strength. So 150 yards down. Again, everybody's splitting in the 32 range, 32 seconds per 50, which is about a 104, 105 pace, which is a nice quick pace early on in this race. Coming up on the 200-yard mark, getting a little separation now. Your leader, Olivia Tager for Iowa City West in lane 3. Second place really up in the area between Kendall Malaro for Cedar Falls and Lauren Trent for Iowa City West in lane 5. And Annika Grunwald in lane 4 is really she started off a little bit slower. She's really starting to get into her rhythm now and pick up her pace. That's your top 4. And then in lane 6, also for the Tigers, is Katie Butler. As we're coming up on the halfway point, 10 lengths down, and just 10 lengths left to swim. So while we're kind of at the midpoint of this race, we'll talk about, this is exciting. Watching Tigers swimming on Cedar Falls Community Television is fun, and we're glad we're able to bring it to you. There's a whole host of great upcoming events, athletic events that are going to be shown here on Cedar Falls Community Television. This weekend, homecoming game, UNI football versus Youngstown State, followed up next week by Cedar Falls volleyball versus Cedar Rapids, Washington. Next Friday night, Cedar Falls football versus Waterloo West. The following Saturday, UNI football versus South Dakota. October 25th game, Cedar Falls football hosting Cedar Rapids Prairie. And then finally, the first UNI men's basketball game of the year. The Panthers take on Old Dominion here on Cedar Falls Community Television, Channel 15. So quite a lineup coming up. So always check your local listings for the live times and additional playbacks, as even this meet will be played back quite frequently over the next week to 10 days. So if you can't find a time to watch it, or if you can find time to watch it, there's a lot of available times to watch a replay of this meet. So The crew at Cedar Falls Community Television is pleased to bring you all these local sporting events. All right, we are now coming up towards the 400-yard mark of this 500-yard freestyle. Your leader, she's really turned it on now, is Olivia Tiger for Iowa City West. Her teammate, Lauren Trent in lane 5, is hanging about 5 yards behind her. And then our next two Tigers are Kendall Malaro in lane 2, who's had a great swim, and Annika Grunwald, who I think is really turning it up here with just 100 yards left to swim. And in lane 6, we also have Katie Butler for the Tigers, who is hanging right in there as well. So
yeah, watch Annika. We had her battling for 4th.
It's going to be a close one there. She's got to keep an eye on that swimmer in lane 1. There's the horn over your leader. Your leader again, Olivia Tiger for Iowa City West. There's a look at Olivia. Tigers are battling here. That is lead Tiger, Kendall Malaro for the Tigers. Still great turns for this late in the race, 450 yards. She's not showing a lot of fatigue. And Annika Grunwald is coming in as well, and I hope she's breathing on this side. She can see that swimmer in lane 1, and there's nothing like that to give you motivation. So your winner is Olivia Tiger for Iowa City West. Second place is going to go to Lauren Trent for Iowa City West. Third is going to go to Kendall Malaro for the Tigers. Kendall's going to have a good time. And duking it out for 4th is Annika Grunwald and Masaris Hanesh for Iowa City West in lane 1, who is going to get 4th. Annika Grunwald is going to get 5th for the Tigers, and 6th place is going to go to Katie Butler for Cedar Falls in this 500-yard freestyle varsity event. There's that start again. Remember how close they started. And even through the first 100 or so, they're bunched up very tightly. And then towards the end, you can see that Olivia Tiger for Iowa City West really puts some distance
away
on
with
the field. Yeah. Very nice swim for her at 5:17, and a nice swim. So she's ranked 13 in the state now. She's that's about near her best time. So a good swim for her tonight. All right, there's going to be a lot of action here. This is junior varsity 200-yard freestyle relay, 2 lengths apiece, 3 Cedar Falls teams. We'll try and get all the names in here. Cedar Falls in their normal lanes, 2, 4, and 6, always in red suits, black caps. Lane 2 is going to start with Hermione Shepard, lane 4 with Rachel Jebby, and lane 6 with Lakin Straw. So lanes 2, 4, and 6, Hermione Shepard, Rachel Jebby, and Lakin Straw. What are the coaches looking for in this one tonight, Melissa?
Racing, down and back, 50. Not thinking, just kick and race that competitor next to you.
Get out there and race. All
and
right.
Clean exchanges too.
Oh yeah. Don't forget. Do not disqualify your teammates.
Nope.
All right. Lane 2 is going to be Sabina Magley. Lane 4 for the Tigers is going to be Zoe Smith, and in lane 6 will be Jules Fromm. All in the water now for the Tigers. Sabina Magley, Zoe Smith, and Jules Fromm. Tigers running a close second in the center of the pool in lane 4.
They're picking up ground on their turns.
Iowa City West currently in the lead in lane 3. Next in the water for the Tigers in lane 4 will be Avery Straw, and there she goes. In lane 2 will be Mandy Warren, and there she is off. And in lane 3 will be Lauren Miller, lane 6, Lauren Miller. All in the water for the Tigers now. Mandy Warren, Avery Straw, Lauren Miller. Iowa City West with about a body length, about a 2 body length lead now coming into this anchor leg. Just one swimmer yet to go, down and back. But Cedar Falls in lane 4, that's Madison Gonnerman. I think she's going to have a good 50. Lane 2 is Allie Sill. She's ready to go. And in lane 6 is Abigail Guernsey. She can't wait to get her turn in the water. All the Tigers in, swimming hard now. Look at that effort. Good kicks, a lot of water flying out there. It's Madison Gonnerman in lane 4. So Iowa City West takes first in lane 3. The team of Rachel Jebby, Zoe Smith, Avery Straw, and Madison Gonnerman takes second in lane 4. Iowa City West in lane 5 takes third. The team of Hermione Shepard, Sabina Magley, Mandy Warren, and Allie Sill in lane 2 take 4th. And the final placing is for Lake and Straw, Jules Fromm, Lauren Miller, and Abigail Guernsey in lane 6. All right, now the varsity heat of the same event. Tigers will be in lanes 2, 4, and 6. Leading off for the Tigers in lane 2 will be Cece Lau. Lane 6 will be Grace Frericks. And in that's lane 4. And in lane 6 will be Casey Bruche. Tigers red suits, black caps, lanes 2, 4, and 6.
Great start by Tigers.
Good, fast start. Up and stroking.
Getting out ahead.
Grace Frericks, your leader, lane 4, touches the wall first.
This relay is going to be one of the better matchups of tonight's meet.
This one is loaded up pretty good.
Yep.
In the center of your pool, Grace Frericks going to hand off to Rachel Roos, and they're up. Boy, I hope Iowa City didn't jump. That was really close. Lane 2 now is Annalisa is Sutton Paulson, Rachel Roos, and Annika Grunwald, all for the Tigers, lanes 2, 4, and 6. Iowa City West in lane 3, currently your leader. But Rachel Roos is having none of it. She is coming right back now. About a half a body length behind now for the Tigers. At the halfway point, Rachel Roos hands off to Marley Haggerty. Lane 2, that's Nicole Lancenter in the water for the Tigers. And in lane 6 will be Hillary Zhu. Third length, just one swimmer left to go.
They're not backing down.
Tigers are still in this one. Anchor leg in lane 4 will be Emma Clark for the Tigers. She's off and swimming. Lane 2 for the Tigers is going to be Lauren Selenick. She's got her hands full, just neck and neck with lane 1. And in lane 6, here comes Elise Considine. So there's a lot of swimming left here, just down and back. It looks like Iowa City West is going to win this one. This varsity heat of the 200-yard freestyle. Second place will go to the Tigers in lane 4. That's the team of Grace Frericks, Rachel Roos, Marley Haggerty, and Emma Clark. And look at this finish. Third will go to Iowa City West, but fourth, out of nowhere, comes lane 2. That is Lauren Selenick putting together a great anchor leg, finishing 5th for the Tigers, and then 4th. And then 6th is the team of Casey Bruce, Annika Grunwald, Hillary Zhu, Elise Considine in lane 6. Here's that start again. And look how Grace Frericks just got up and going on this one.
You got to have that reaction time off the blocks. It's crucial.
And that's that
photo finish.
Yeah, love it. That's the kind of racing you like to see right there. And here's that final leg. Iowa City West has this one in control, but the Tigers are not backing down. She's giving everything she's got all the way to the wall. All right, we have the junior varsity heat on the 100-yard backstroke. 2 Tigers in this event. So you can see them, actually 3 Tigers in this event. You can see them real well. In lane 2 is Avery Straw. Lane 4 is Carmen Bekovic, and in lane 6 is Abigail Guernsey. 100-yard backstroke. This is 4 lengths of the pool. Your leader right now, Carmen Bekovic in lane 4, doing a nice job. She's surrounded on either side by 2 Iowa City West swimmers, but I think she can keep a good eye on them with her lead position there.
She can. Got to make sure that you keep the head position back, though, but you can sneak a peek every once in a while. She has great underwaters off the wall, which is really helping propel her out ahead of the other girls.
And there you go, your leader, Carmen Bekovic. We'll see if she can hang on now for a first-place finish for the Tigers. Again, this junior varsity score is really tight, so this win for the Tigers could make a big difference here. And there you go, Carmen Bekovic touching first in about a 109 backstroke. Second, third, and fourth is going to go to Iowa City West. Fifth place is going to go to Avery Straw in lane 2. And sixth place, finishing up, is Abigail Guernsey in lane 6 for the Tigers. So nice swim for all of them. 109, not a bad swim. All right, I think this is the one we've been waiting for. This is the biggest race of the night. It's going to be a really close one. Pay attention here now. Masera Nash in lane 1. In lane 2 for the Tigers, Katie Butler. Watts the center of the pool. Lane 3, Aurora Roger. And lane 4, Grace Frericks for the Tigers. Lane 5, Vivian Gibson, Iowa City West. Lane 6, Lauren Selenick for the Tigers. Watch the center of your pool. Lane 4, Grace Frericks for the Tigers. Lane 3, Lauren Rogar for Iowa City West. They are ready to go. This is going to be a quick one.
This is the hot heat of the night. You have Grace Frericks, 3rd ranked right now in the state, and Aurora is ranked 7th in this event.
They touch even at that first 25. This is a great race, and they're up stroking even. Coming up on the halfway point, they're going stroke for stroke. Their heads are dead
Gotta
even.
get the feet over the water and get off the wall.
Touching the wall even. Up and stroking even again. This is a good one. This is everything it was advertised to be. The important 3rd length here.
We got a race, ladies and gentlemen.
Aurora Rogar in lane 3, just a smidge of a lead right now. But here comes Grace Frericks, lane 4, stroke for stroke. Aurora Rogar, Grace Frericks duking it out. Who's going to touch that wall? They're going to throw their head back. And what a close one. That was a great race, but Aurora Frericks for Iowa City. Here's another good race for 3rd. 3rd goes to lane 2's Katie Butler for the Tigers. Really a gutsy swim there. And they both go, they're 4/10 of a second apart. 58.3, 58.7. That is, that's a really good swim for both of them, really. Anytime you're under a minute in the backstroke.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
State qualifying time 1:00:27.
Yeah, so 2 of them jumped right under the state qualifying time again tonight. Okay, that was a great race.
Deep breath.
Now is the junior varsity heat. 100-yard breaststroke. For the Tigers in lane 2 is Rachel Jebby. Lane 4 is Casey Bruce, and in lane 6 is Zoe Smith. 100-yard breaststroke. It looks like no other stroke that we see normally during the night. So tell us a little bit about the breaststroke and kind of what they're doing out there and to be successful.
Timing is everything in this stroke. I think we talked about that earlier. Timing with your pull, followed by the kick, and making sure that the entire body lunges forward with every stroke.
Your leader is lane 1. Kind of unusual. Lane 1, Lexi Janik for Iowa City West is currently in the lead. The swimmer in lane 3, Margaret Liu, I find it interesting as she lunges forward, her hands are apart.
Yeah, there's many different techniques when it comes to breaststroke, and each can be successful. And seeing that, I mean, she has a great kick, powerful kick.
Your
you
winner.
Can see not much with the pull.
Yeah, big strong legs. So that's Lexi Janik there in lane 1. Your winner. 2nd place goes to Margaret Liu for Iowa City West. Lane 5's Heidi Dew in lane 5 takes 3rd. In 4th for the Tigers is Casey Bruce in lane 4. 5th place goes to Rachel Jebby in lane 2. And 6th place goes to Zoe Smith for the Tigers in lane 6. So neither team has a ranked swimmer in this event in the state. It is an automatic state qualifier. You can see a freshman, Haley Kimmel, 105 is the leader currently. You got to be at least a 108 to qualify for state. And nobody on either team has done that, but maybe we'll see that here tonight. So for the Tigers in lane 2 is Elise Considine, lane 4 is Emma Clark, and in lane 6 is Peyton Lehman.
All 3 solid breaststrokers, but you'll see differences in each and every stroke.
Pretty close out front right now between lane 4, Emma Clark, lane 3, Scarlett Martin. Scarlett, a very talented swimmer in a lot of different disciplines. And this is not her normal event tonight, but she's got talent all the way around. She's swimming a good race here. And hanging right with her is Emma Clark in lane 4 and her own teammate there in lane 5, Jenny Gang for Iowa City West.
Emma's got to finish strong here to hang on to 2nd.
Good race for 2nd place. Actually kind of a good race for 1st as well. So
she's catching her.
your winner is going to be Scarlett Martin in lane 3 for Iowa City West. Second place is going to go to Emma Clark in lane 4 for the Tigers. Nice job. Third place Jenny Gang in lane 5 for Iowa City West. Fourth place goes to lane 1, Nola Femino for the Iowa City West. Fifth goes to Elise Constantine in lane 2, and sixth goes to Peyton Lehman for the Tigers in lane 6. So a 110 and a 111, not a bad swim. Just a couple seconds off an automatic state qualifying time. This is a junior varsity heat of our final event tonight, which is a 400-yard freestyle relay. This and the varsity heat yet to go. And for the Tigers in lane 2 is Sabina Magley, and in lane 4 is Allie Sill. Each swimmer will complete 4 lengths here. And much like that 200-yard freestyle relay earlier, a lot of action and good exchanges.
Yep, it's still the same mentality. You're still swimming that fast leg for your team. Even though it's 4 lengths, you still got to sprint the whole way.
Let's talk a little bit about, oftentimes when I talk to these swimmers afterwards, they say you had a faster split in your free relay than you did in your open 100. And they look back and say, well, it's the teammate. I'm doing it for my teammates. I can't let my teammates down.
It's definitely it. There's more pressure. There's more riding on it. But it's good for team unity, too.
Certainly is. So this team right now running third place behind 2 Iowa City West teams, but that's Sabina Magley in lane 2, Allie Sill in lane 4. Allie's going to hand off to Hermione Shepard in lane 4. There's Hermione entering the water. And in lane 2, that's Sabina Magley is going to hand off to Jules Fromm, lane 2. Jules is in the water now. So the Tigers again in lanes 2 and 4. Lane 4 currently running third. Lane 2 is in a battle now for fourth, going neck and neck with lane 1.
Lane 4 is gaining on that second place team there.
Doing a nice job, Jules Fromm there in lane 4. Not breathing out of return.
Always an excellent point. Got to keep that momentum off the wall as you come and surface.
All right, we're coming up to our next exchange. In lane 4, Hermione Shepard just handed off to Maddie Warren. And in lane 2, Jules Fromm is going to be handing off to Abigail Guernsey. And Abigail's in the water now. Starting to stretch out here a little bit. That team from Iowa City West in lane 3 has got almost a full length lead on the rest of the field. When we move on to the varsity event here next, this Iowa City West team is ranked first in the state.
That's incredible. It's going to be a good race tonight.
The fastest 4 sprinters in the state combined, about to step up on the blocks for this final event after this one. So this is the third leg. Again in the water now for the Tigers. In lane 2 is Abigail Guernsey. In lane 4 is Mandy Warren. There's Mandy finishing her final leg. Mandy's going to hand off now to Peyton Lehman in lane 4. Center of your screen, there's Mandy finishing under the flags now. Peyton Lehman ready to go, and she's in the water. She's up and going too. She's taking this anchor leg very seriously. Now coming in lane 2, Abigail Guernsey will be handing off to Lakin Straw. There's Abigail finishing, and Lakin is now in the water. So final swimmer for all the teams in the water now for their 4 lengths. Peyton Lehman just finishing her halfway mark. Just 2 lengths left to swim for Peyton. And your winning team right there in lane 3 for Iowa City West. Their winning junior varsity team. You have a nice look there at Peyton Lehman coming in for her final leg. Finishing strong. The team for Iowa City West in lane 5 finishes second. This team in lane 4 for the Tigers finished in third. That's the team of Allie Sill, Hermione Shepard, Mandy Warren, and Peyton Lehman. Fourth place is going to go to Iowa City West. And the final place is going to go to the Cedar Falls team in lane 2, the team of Sabina Magley, Jules Fromm, Abigail Guernsey, and Lakin Straw. And that's Lakin Straw finishing now for the Tigers. Final JV event. Finishing up, and this crowd is showing their appreciation.
Final event is Varsity 100-yard freestyle relay, lane 1.
All right, final event tonight, Varsity 400-yard freestyle relay. Again, the team in lane 3 for Iowa City West, fastest team in the state so far this year. The Tigers will be in lane 2, led by Marley Haggerty. Lane 4, led by Grace Frericks, who is going to give Iowa City all they want to handle. And then Cedar Falls in lane 6, Ava Malaro leading off for the Tigers in lane 6. And oh my, did Grace Frericks get off to a great start. Half a body length lead right off the blocks. Look at her go.
In and out of the turn nicely.
That is a great sign for the Tigers. They came to play. All right, Grace Frericks, full body length lead for the Tigers now. Final event against the #1 team in the state in this event, and they are just taking it to them right now. Grace Frericks out front, leading the Tigers in lane 4. Iowa City West chasing them hard, but Grace is having none of it. She is going hard. Anxious to see her opening split here. For about a 54.5. So she hands off to Grace Bobbledike in lane 4. We got a great jump. Lane 2 now entering the water for the Tigers is Katie Butler. And in lane 6 now is Carmen Bekovic for the Tigers in lane 6. So watching the center of the pool, lanes 3 and 4. Lane 3, Iowa City West. Lane 4, Cedar Falls. You can see now Iowa City West evening it up a little bit. But Cedar Falls still maintains about a half a body length lead.
Grace is hanging on.
So you got Grace Bobbledike, lane 4. Olivia Tager, who we saw earlier tonight in some good races, in lane 3 for Iowa City West. And here we come to the halfway mark with these two leading teams. Cedar Falls, top of your screen. Iowa City West, bottom of your screen. And Iowa City West has opened up about a 3/4 body length lead here. And right now, that's Grace Bobbledike handing off to Kendall Malaro in lane 4. In lane 2 will be Katie Butler handing off to Nicole Lenz. There's a look at the front of this race. In lane 6 now will be Carmen Bekovic handing off to Annika Grunwald. So the Tigers hanging right in there against this #1 ranked team in the state. About a body length behind with just a swimmer and a half to go.
Yep. Kendall's looking very strong right now. See if she can hold on for the entire 100.
I like the fight in these Tigers tonight. All right, the anchor leg for the Tigers in lane 4 will be Emma Clark. The anchor in lane 2 for the Tigers will be Rachel Roos. They're up and ready.
Emma's fresh off her 100 breaststroke, so she's good and warmed up.
There you go. So that right now entering the water there, that's Emma Clark. She is ready to go. About a body length and a half lead for Iowa City West. 3 lengths left to go. This varsity heat, 400-yard freestyle. Lane 2 entering the water now is Rachel Roos. She's getting her chance at an anchor leg. Lane 6 for the Tigers will be Grace Coates. But in the center of your screen, that's Iowa City West just turning. Cedar Falls just turning. Can she track her down? That's Emma Clark in lane 4. Chasing Jenny Gank for Iowa City West. Final event here. Last length of the night. Emma Clark is really bringing it. She has narrowed the gap. I think she's just going to run out of pool here. Iowa City West showing why they're ranked #1 in the state in this event. And Tigers put up a really good fight. But Iowa City West finishes first. Cedar Falls finishes second in lane 4. That's the team of Grace Frericks, Grace Bobbledyke, Kendall Malaro, Emma Clark. Third place is going to go to Iowa City West in lane 5. Fourth is going to go to the Tigers in lane 2, which is the team of Marley Haggerty, Katie Butler, Nicole Lenz, and Rachel Roos, who just finished strong right there. Fifth place will go to Iowa City West, and the final place will go to the Tigers in lane 6 with Ava Malaro, Carmen Bekovic, Annika Grunwald, and Grace Coates. My. What a great way to end this meet.
Solid swims all around.
So, Melissa, the Tigers tonight, they bring 43 kids against 52 kids for Iowa City West. Iowa City West has a lot of top-ranked swimmers in the state, but Cedar Falls no slouches. They hung right in there.
They did.
Your final thoughts on tonight's meet?
I think it was great competition, something that they may not get every single meet. And so having this opportunity to have a solid, commanding team come into the Cedar Valley and race, I think it's great. It's only going to make them better.
That's great. So there's a lot to be learned from tonight. The Tigers put up a good fight against this Iowa City West team, but came up a little bit short. We'll be back here in a few minutes with final scores. We're going to catch up with some of tonight's performers. You're watching Tiger Girls Swimming on Cedar Falls Community Television, Channel 50.
With phone service from those other guys, you get a bill like this. Take a good look. What are all those fees? Why is it so hard to see the real price of your service? After all those tack-on charges, it's hard to tell. It's different with FiberNet Phone from CFU. Great calling features are free, and you get one combined monthly bill for all CFU services. Visit cfu.net/phone to see our simple, low-cost service plans and switch to FiberNet Phone from CFU.
We are back poolside here at Markison Pool, where the Tigers drop one tonight to Iowa City West, 122-64. We're joined by some of tonight's top performers. First, we'll talk to Carmen Bekovic. Carmen, a senior, here with the Tiger squad. Carmen swam the 100 backstroke tonight, the 100 butterfly. Had good swims all the way around. Carmen, congratulations on a nice swim tonight.
Thank you.
All right, so this is your senior season here with the Tigers, and why don't you talk to us about what some of your goals have been for this season and the rest of the year?
For the season, my goals are just to go season best times, and I think I'm on the right track for that.
All right, very good. You had some very nice swims tonight to lead you in that direction. And also, being your senior season, you've got several years of swimming here with the Tigers to look back on. What really stands out as some of your best memories here with the Tigers over your time here with the swim team?
Just looking back on it, like we all started out not really knowing each other, and throughout time we kind of became like a family, and it's kind of cool to see how we all grew together.
All right, that's very nice, and a good team effort tonight, and that family and team effort really shows. So congratulations on good swims tonight, and best of luck the rest of the year. All right, that's Carmen Bekovic, the senior here with the Tigers, and her final home meet here tonight. Next, we'll be joined by Grace Bobbledyke. Grace is a sophomore here with the Tigers. Had a big meet tonight, swimming the 200 free and a 100 butterfly, posting a best time in the 200 free and almost her best time 100 butterfly. Congratulations on good swims tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Grace. So thinking about how you were planning for the season and your goals for this season, let's take a minute and tell us how this season is going for you here with the Tigers.
So far, the season is going really well. The workouts have been really nice, and I can tell that all the work that I've put in is going to pay off soon in the next couple meets.
All right, outstanding. Well, it's really paying off with some big times here tonight. And I know you attended the state meet last year, participant in last year's state meet. We know you're going to get back there again this year. So talk to us about your goals for this year's state meet.
This year's my state meet, I really just want to make an individual event. 2 would be amazing. See a couple time drops there and at regionals. That'd be really nice. And just to be with the girls and really cheer each other on.
All right, outstanding. Well, wish you the best with the rest of the season, and congratulations on good swims tonight. That's Grace Bobbledyke, a sophomore here with the Tigers, and their final home meet here tonight. Next, we'll be joined by Grace Frericks, also a sophomore here with the Tigers. 50 freestyle, won the 50s free, had an incredible swim in the 100 backstroke and a really tough one here tonight. Congratulations on great swims here tonight, Grace.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk about those 2 races kind of in order there. The 50 freestyle and then the 100 backstroke. Tell us about what's going on during those races for you.
Yeah, the 50 free, I always just want to go out hard and finish as strong as I can. Not best times tonight, but very close. And then the 100 backstroke was a really tight race tonight, just like out-touched right at the end. But like been training kind of hard right now and just got to finish it.
Yeah. Well, you did a really nice job. So thinking about you got a big team coming in here tonight, and you know you're a top-ranked swimmer in the state. There's other top-ranked swimmers coming on that bus into your home pool here tonight. How do you prepare yourself for a big meet like tonight's meet?
I treat every meet the same, like duels and stuff. Just gotta stay like out of my head. Just remember like every race is important. Every like girl's gonna be there trying as hard as they can. I gotta try the hardest I can. Just swim as fast as I can every night.
Well, you definitely went fast tonight. It was really fun to watch. And finally, I know that the state meet's coming up here in about a month, and you were there last year, and you're looking forward to heading back this year. So talk to us about your goals for this year at the state meet.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited for the state meet. Like finally, like I got my freshman season over with. Got the lay of the land, learning all the stuff. Now I just really want to go there, swim my hardest, drop more time, place, and really want to get my relays back.
All right, well, outstanding. Well, congratulations on a great meet tonight, and best of luck to the rest of the season.
Thank you.
You bet. And that's Grace Frericks, a sophomore here in her final home meet of this season here for the Tigers. And finally, we'll be joined by head coach Scott Pinner. Scott, tonight, JV actually had a pretty tight score there, 113-72. Varsity not quite as close, 122-64. But talk to us about your thoughts on tonight's meet.
We raced hard. You know, we've been working really hard lately, and we had a lot of good swims. We were a lot of close stop times, a lot of top times. So it's very reassuring what we did tonight.
Yeah, it was. We noticed a lot of good racing. You know, there's a big team coming in here tonight, and it's hard to know, you know, how the team's going to respond. But we were really impressed with the swims and the speed and a lot of best times tonight. So knowing you got a big team coming in here tonight, you know, you've got top-ranked swimmers, they got top-ranked swimmers. How do you prepare the team for a big meet like tonight's meet?
We work on our focus a little bit. They are a number 3 in power points, and they got great swimmers in Scarlett Martin and Aurora Rogaire. And all the questions this week were, what are they swimming? Are they swimming against me? What, you know, all that stuff. So we work on kind of streamlining our focus, focusing on what we're racing, our own race, and not worrying about what they're going to do.
Yep, and it worked because I thought the team swam really, really well tonight. And then finally, I know there's about 4 weeks left here in the season leading up to the state meet. Go ahead and tell us what's ahead for the Tigers here in the coming weeks.
Sure, we got the Marcusson invite this Saturday. That's our home invite. And then we have only one more dual meet with the conference meets to follow. And then it's on to regionals and state.
All right, well, keep them going, Coach. And congratulations on the good swims tonight, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's the head coach, Scott Pinner here. Final home meet tonight for the Tigers. They drop one to Iowa City West, 122-64 on the varsity side. So for Melissa Waltz and the entire Cedar Falls Community Television crew, I'm Jeff Engel. Thanks for watching.